Me.
Excellent. Did you bring your tambourine?
No.
What tambourine? Wait.
We're in the-
Good morning. Tiffany here with the Peterborough Chamber of Commerce. You've seen my breakfast mug. You know what time it is. It's time for Live at the Breakfast Table. We've got Cora's breakfasts this morning. Delicious. Of course, we love Cora's. Even more so, we have special guest Emily Martin from Showplace Performance Center joining us. Good morning, Emily. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you, Tiffany?
I am great. I'm bouncing. I'm trying not to. The sun is out. We've just come off a long weekend. We've got ChamberAM next week.
I know. I was camping all weekend, so I'm back at it. And I got in here because I knew I get to talk to you today. And that's always a great day.
Excellent. Thank you. I was pretty pumped about this too. Of course, I asked theater kid Emily if she would be our ChamberAM speaker next week and live at the breakfast. And of course, she jumped on the opportunity. We are so grateful to have you here today.
Aw, thank you. You can't shut me up, so I got lots to say.
I'm into it. One and the same. Live at the breakfast table. We mentioned Cora's. Let's see what we've got. I think I ordered the Peggy's poached. And what did you get, Emily? Show us on screen there.
Spinach omelet with hollandaise, which I was so excited to see because I love it. It's my favorite thing. So a few home fries. We got some beautiful fruit too. What? I may have already gotten into it a little bit because it looks delicious. So, and the fudge. Did you get the fudge? Look at this little fudge shaped like a heart. Look how gorgeous that is.
Oh my God. The people at Cora's, honestly, they put a lot of love in their breakfast.
They do. It smells incredible. Wow. This is
good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's dine. Let's eat some Cora's. Let's talk Showplace. Let's learn about you, Emily. I haven't seen a one-on-one interview with you, so I was kind of excited to get you one-on-one today and see what you've got. So first things first, Showplace Performance Center has been here as long as I've been in Peterborough, which was 2004 at least by my historical knowledge. But really, how long has Showplace Performance Center been in Peterborough?
This year actually is the 25th anniversary. October 9th, 1996 is when it opened. So this October is the 25th year. So, and it's been here longer than I've been in Peterborough as well. I moved here the day of the flood in 2004. Right?
Oh, yes. I was like a couple weeks after. I viewed apartments that that had been flooded and had flood damage and stuff. Really small world. 25 years. Pretty remarkable. Lots of big titles, eh?
It is, yeah. It's been a great 25 years. Obviously, the last year and a half has been a little bit dark. Literally, we've been dark. But yeah, it's been here quite a while and it's awesome. It's just a great community hub. It's a good space for the community. We've done a lot of great stuff over that 25 years.
So how long have you been the general manager?
I've been with Showplace since 2014 and GM since 2018.
Oh, wow. So what made you take the GM position?
I actually was the GM at Music Fest for a while. Yeah, when I moved to Peterborough, that was the first place I worked. I started as a job creation partnership grant at Music Fest to do some fundraising. And I moved through the ranks there and became general manager of Music Fest. And I actually, when I had my third baby, Maeve, in 2013, I was off for the year on mat leave, and Music Fest is such a great organization and so important for the community and the tourism in the community. But it's intense in the summer, and I got to a point where I wanted to have some summertime with my babies. I've got 3 kids, Yeah. So this opportunity came up in 2014, and I came in doing some marketing and some administration work because my background is arts admin, and here I am today. That's kind of in a nutshell.
So that's your background, arts admin. I was kind of curious. Were you where in the arts did you fall if you were music kind of?
Yeah, well, it's actually it's funny because I've always been kind of interested. My background is actually tourism, so I have a diploma in tourism from Niagara College, and I actually ended up in this really weird fork in the road at one point. I was about 20 years old, I guess, so a long, long time ago, and I was offered a job to work at Walt Disney World, or I was offered a job to work in a box office in a theater, and I took the theater job. And it seems to have worked out okay. But yeah,
Yeah, worked out really well. Wow. So you could have been the Cinderella that we all saw at the castle in Disney World.
it was actually to work at Epcot at the Canada Pavilion. So I would have been in like Roots boots and a plaid shirt, and I was actually offered the job to stand. They do a movie at the Canada Pavilion, and I was offered the job of like introducing the movie at the Canada Pavilion. I was like, I don't know if I can do that many times a day or a week, and so
How neat the little triggers that get us to where we are. And once upon a time, I too worked a box office theater. Actually, that was my first job, was at a movie theater box office. But I also did work at the Village Playhouse in Bancroft when we were there for a couple years when I was in high school. So I feel that thread with you.
wonderful job, and it's hard to explain just the energy and the camaraderie and the sense of working together as a team to put something on the stage is just it's unlike anything else, so it's exciting.
Yeah, you're totally right. It's a different kind of project management. And yeah, like from the lightings to the sound to the band out back to the actors on stage, it really is like a group project, right? It only comes together when you're working together. So we mentioned Showplace Performance Center. You guys have had a ton of big names throughout the years, but I'm kind of curious to know what performances stand out to you. Who's been your favorite so far?
Oh wow, that's a tough question because everyone is so unique and so different that I really love when somebody like Danny Bronson brings his stuff to the stage. He does John Denver, and every year Danny and I kind of have this opportunity to sit down and chat and say, who are we doing this year? And I know he's coming back next April to do Neil Diamond, which is something he was going to do last April when COVID hit. So we've kind of moved that forward. But I love working with Danny. And I mean, for me, something else that was really special was I think it was one of the last things we did before COVID hit in March 2020 was with the United Way. And Paul Rollinger and David Goyette worked really hard to bring a Peterborough Live event to Showplace. And it was so cool because there was stuff going up on the stage, there was stuff going on in the studio, and we had, Jordan and Meg were hosting it. And it was so special. It was a really good, community is really important to me, as you can probably tell. Anytime we can bring in and things and support our community is important to me. So
what an amazing job. That how many moments that you've had like that in your career throughout the year, like when you're back, kind of live, open, ready to rock, how many times that happens to you a month, it's kind of really rewarding, fulfilling work.
absolutely. And there's also, I mean, you see so many things kind of off to the side that the audience doesn't see either. I mean, I remember when we had Chantal Kreviazuk here and Rain Maida, and there was a girl that came to the performance in a wheelchair, and she was nonverbal, and Chantal came out and met her, and it was one of the most special experiences I've ever had. Like it was so incredible to witness. So she just a very kind person. So
Peterborough breeds those beautiful moments, right, of connection. It's so nice, and especially in the theater and the performing arts, where hearts tend to be, a little bit warmer. You kind of see a bit more love in that space. But I have to know. Do you have a secret talent? Are you a singer, a dancer, a triple threat, jazz hands? What's your secret talent, Emily?
I grew up playing piano, conservatory piano, and I still try and play once in a while, but not as much as I should. But no, definitely there's a reason I do the arts admin. I'm very much a behind the scenes person. And my kids, two of my kids have done stuff with St. James and with the Theater Guild. So they're very out there kids, and they love being in front of the audience and stuff like that. But for me, I'm happy just being behind the scenes.
I love that. And we need, yes. So that is your ninja talent, your secret talent is managing all the things behind the scenes. We need people like you, right? You keep the glue together, you keep the show going on, moving forward.
And at some point we'll get the awards back here. God, my
Absolutely. Which of course, naturally, I knew that was one of your favorite performances throughout the year.
As I'm talking about the United Way and Danny Brunson, I'm thinking, I should, man, was that a trick question? No.
I know it's perfect though, because your 25th anniversary is October 9th and our Business Excellence Awards are what, the 20th of October this year. So, I mean, that'll be a perfect way to celebrate as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Double celebration.
So we mentioned, of course, we all know we've been in and out of different lockdowns, all that kind of good stuff. But I'd like to know, Emily, where are you eating? Where are you grabbing takeout? Where are you shopping? Throw some local businesses at me that you love.
Goodness, there's so many, and I'm so lucky to work downtown. My God, it's amazing. But my number one favorite is probably the Edison. Rap Catering, Tracy Orman. She is incredible. I love Tracy, and I am a sucker for a fancy coffee. And Tracy and Kate just her sister Kate, they make the best lattes. They put a little bit of sugar-free chocolate syrup in it for me, and they just and the Innovation Cluster, like, what a beautiful space too, right by the tourism office. So.
Right, it's kind of perfect, and it is the home of ChamberAM. So eventually we're going to be back in there seeing Edison every second Tuesday of the month, which we look forward to. And yes, nice shout out. Their lattes are
this was not set up. This is all it was meant to be. I'm big on things being meant to be, but
right.
Ormond is one of my favorite people in Peterborough. So
I love it. Shout out to you, Tracy. The Edison Cafe right down the street. Showplace Performance Center is 290 George Street North. The Edison is 270 George Street North. So literally a block away, super convenient. And so your favorite place to grab a bite, the Edison. What about your shopping? What about your retail? Where are you grabbing clothes from? Where are you grabbing your next pair of shoes from?
There's so many places down here right now with kids at home for the summer, though. I have to say the Crayola store at Peterborough Square.
Good one. Yes. Good choice. Excellent option. Yes.
My girls they love doing art. So they really love the Crayola store.
Been into the sidewalk art chalk in the last year or so. Been doing kind of a lot of that. So I've made a few orders from our Crayola store. They've got really good sidewalk chalk, by the way.
Like shoes and stuff, it's got to be Grady's. Like, I do. I'm a sucker for a latte, but I'm also a sucker for a good pair of Birkenstock. Love me some Tony and Kelly Grady. That's all.
Right, and they clean them up too. Excellent. So Emily, you're our ChamberAM speaker. ChamberAM is happening next week, Tuesday, August the 10th, 8 a.m. Everyone is welcome to come. You don't have to be a chamber member. You don't have to be in business. If you are a fan of Emily, if you are a fan of the Showplace Performance Center, come check it out, get registered, join the event. Emily, what are you going to share with us at ChamberAM next week? Can you give us like a little teaser, a little why we should come?
I would like to share some of the challenges that the performing arts have experienced during COVID, and some of the more positive things that have come out of some of these challenges, and ways that we're overcoming them. I think that one of the things that I get asked more than anything in a day is, so are you still working? Like, people genuinely think that Showplace is just dark, so there's nothing happening. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes right now. So just some of those challenges and some of the more positive connections that have happened, I guess, during COVID. So
Excellent. A bit of storytelling, a bit of background. You know what? I love an update. It'll be really interesting to see what other, because I know a few things that your team has been working on, but it'd be nice to get a little bit of a deeper dive on that. And of course, I'm like a nosy neighbor, so I totally want to know all the details. Check us out, get registered. Emily Martin, Showplace Performance Center. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no worries. And thank you for this beautiful breakfast. And thank you to Cora's for putting this together. And for my fudge. Thank you, Cora's. It's so pretty. I
It
love it.
is so cute, made with love. It's a heart. Check out Cora's. We love all our chamber foodies. If you're looking for a chamber member foodie, lovelocalptbo.ca, type in restaurants. They'll all come up there. We try to cater in a different breakfast depending on the time of day that we're eating to get all our members kind of featured in our foodie section. Register for ChamberAM Tuesday, August the 10th, 8 a.m. A deep dive on Showplace Performance Center and what the performing arts have been up to. Thanks again, Emily. We appreciate you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Tiffany.
Have a great day, everyone. Cheers to you.
Thank you.
Thank